Hello, player! Booting up Skyrim for another playthrough, are we? How daring! But might I implore you to try something else for a change?
If I do what you say, can I see my family again?
Good! I'm glad you're on board to try something else. So, how about a challenge to spice things up?
So all I have to do is read from this paper, right?
Good! A grand challenge awaits us today, but if you follow my advice, you'll be one of the strongest creations in all of Skyrim in no time. So join me as we find out if you can raise every skill to 100 before leaving Riften. First, we have to get to said town, and luckily for you, there's a fellow traveler who, for a small price, will cart you to your destination. But instead of walking in with those rags, make sure to drop all of your otherworldly possessions. Wouldn't want you to get accused of bending the rules now, would we?
What exactly are the rules?
Simple. Nothing that outright destroys the fabric of the universe, no phasing through walls, duplicating items, or anything that can be seen as manipulating the game. Now that we've successfully arrived in town, it's time to begin our grand conquest. And first things first, we need to take everything available to us.
But isn't this stealing?
It's kill or be killed in the harsh world of the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition, so you'll have to take anything you can get your fingers on. Or, if you really can't come to grips with stealing something so obviously wanting to be stolen, you can head over and start combining ingredients to make potions. After all, selling these will get you a nice bit of gold to fund your further adventures.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
That's the point! Nobody knows how this works, but your ancestors have been doing this since Skyrim first released.
But isn't this the same game?
No, quite the contrary. This is the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition.
Yeah, but isn't it still Skyrim?
I don't remember asking you to think this much into it, so keep scrounging up that gold so we can go get our first spell. Soul Trap. With this spell, we can head over to the local morgue and keep handing out soul evictions to the recently deceased.
And this is gonna help me level up?
Yes, it'll level up your conjuration and give you a couple perk points to boot.
The spell says if the target dies quick enough, they might fill a soul gem. Shouldn't I be using this on something alive? Is this cheating?
Nonsense! A dead person still has the right to be a target just like any living thing.
Yeah, okay, this isn't so bad. I'm leveling up pretty fast.
Don't worry, little scamp. Things are going to get so much worse.
You mean better, right?
Absolutely not. Now that you have a few levels under your belt, let's see how you handle your first combat encounter. Oh, and here is a challenge I prepared just for you.
Yeah, I think this guy might be a bit too much.
Nonsense! Oh, I see. So how about we go work on some defensive skills to make staying alive easier? But before we do that, make sure to pay a friendly visit to the spell merchant. She'll prove most useful for the future. The Ratways beneath Riften is a perfect place to gain some defensive experience, mainly because the denizens here haven't eaten in 3 days and your lifeless corpse will be a welcome sight. But your goal is to use your experience as a disappointment to make sure they starve.
Hey, wait a minute.
Too late, here they come. Take this time to fend off your attackers with a nice steel shield, but make sure to watch your health and top it off with a restoration spell. We call this multitasking. But if things ever do get too hard, just run outside to catch your breath and then return to the fray.
But weren't there 2 guys here?
It doesn't matter. As long as someone attacks you, you can gain experience while blocking. Unless you block arrows. See, with a small amount of training in archery, you too can shoot anywhere not covered by the shield to maim your opponent. But hey, at least you're leveling your armor skills too.
Oh, so this is like a 3-in-1 leveling session.
Yes, but it is very slow. However, you can collect any arrows you find on the ground and try to find a better assailant, like this homeless man. He may look intimidating, but as long as you practice what we've learned so far, he won't be a threat.
Oh, okay, yeah, I think I'm starting to get the hang of this.
It seems you weren't paying attention. Death comes quick in the Ratways and you'll need to stay on your guard. Ah, I see you've recovered. How are you feeling?
Like I just got fisted in a...
Excellent! I'm glad to see you're finally getting the hang of things. And since you've done such a good job, why don't we try something easy for a change?
This is a trick, isn't it?
Nonsense! I mean it! Remember that spell you purchased earlier? Give it a try! Muffle is a great spell to make sneaking around easier by quieting your footsteps.
Oh! Yeah, this is awesome. It's even leveling up pretty fast.
See? I wouldn't lead you astray. And as a reward for coming to grips with life in the Ratways, here's a reward for your trials. Hey there, ready to take on the next task?
Not if it involves...
Good! Then let's move on to another school of magic. Alteration can be a tricky school to learn, taking one's physical form and altering it to benefit the situation. Does that sound like fun to you?
I don't really know if you...
Good! Then let's begin. First, we want to summon a fire companion that we were able to purchase from Miss Fell Keep. Go ahead and summon it to join your side.
Okay, but how does this help with alteration?
Who said anything about being done? Next, go ahead and attack that same loyal companion you just made, and then cast Stone Flesh. Doing this will grant you some nice defenses while your summon attacks you. Repeatedly cast Stone Flesh during this time to gain a decent boost to your experience.
But this feels like it's gonna take forever.
It will, which is why at 50, we're going to go get the Telekinesis spell. This spell only becomes available for purchase at 50 Conjuration, but allows you to channel your magicka to manipulate your surroundings.
Like making this broom fly?
And that bucket. This will take no time now, and plus, you get to see just how far you can throw the most mundane items with them simply being replaced every time you wait. Just don't ask me where they come from.
Where are they coming from?
And now on to our next topic. Friends. Everybody needs them, and in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition, if you want to make it far, you'll need lots of them. That's why you need to go and join a guild, and luckily for you, there's one right in town.
But I haven't seen any signups.
That's because this guild comes to you. When a strange man tells you you need to steal a ring and plant it on a nearby merchant, do not report him to the police, but do as he asks instead.
How does this get me into the guild?
Because even if you fail, this man is actually the scouter for the Thieves Guild, located just beneath Riften.
Oh, does that mean I have to go back into the Ratways?
Yes! But you're stronger now, so nothing down there can hurt you. Just make your way to the Thieves Guild, which is surprisingly out in the open considering what these guys are known for, and sign away your rights as a free individual. Wait, what? But before you gain all the perks of being a member, first you'll have to go rough up some shops for back payments to the guild.
That doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, I can do that.
What do you think you're doing? Oh no, you don't. Ugh.
Dear God, Matt, what are you doing?
It was an accident. I didn't mean to kill her.
Control yourself, man!
It's not me! I swear!
Now, where did... there you are. I see you've recovered from your wounds.
My pride is a bit hurt, but at least I got to join the guild.
I'm glad you're making friends, because you're off to make even more. First, we're off to make some potions at Elgrim's Elixirs. This lovely couple will be able to sell you almost any type of ingredient you need to craft anything from a simple health potion to paralysis potions. But don't worry about what ingredients to buy. Alchemy is one of the slower leveling processes and increases more depending on the overall gold value of the potion. But with only a limited supply to work with, just buy whatever you can and craft anything available. And do make sure to chat to the merchant's wife, because with enough sweet talking, you'll be able to acquire your goods for less and sell your finished products for more. With the right perk and speech, of course.
Okay, but now I have tons of money. What do I do now?
Next, we'll go pay Balaman the blacksmith a visit. Either buy or craft your own set of weapons in mass quantity. Dwarven bows are an easy to obtain, easy to craft item that yields decent experience.
I'm making this to sell, right?
No, quite the opposite, because once you've acquired some weapons, we'll need to head back over to the lovely spell merchant inside Mistville Keep, because spells aren't the only thing she sells, and arguably the most crucial part of her wares are her soul gems.
Why do we need these? They're so expensive.
That's why we wait and crafted potions to sell, because we'll be buying all the available inventory she has, and then using those gems to enchant our unwanted gear with a turn undead ability of any kind. That particular enchantment is useless to us, but for some reason all of the merchants in Riften pay top dollar for it. Plus, your enchanting skill will increase smoothly, as long as you have the coin first.
Okay, I think I get it. So I'm leveling 3 different skills again at the same time, but it's slow because I'm focusing on multiple areas?
Correct! But this is by far the fastest way to gain money. For now, anyway. We'll explore more money-making methods after you've gained some experience, but for now, this will get you on the right path. And once you've gotten the hang of this, and with all that money burning a hole in your pocket, you can go and invest it into purchasable levels. One of your comrades in the Thieves Guild will be more than happy to empty your hard-earned money into his pockets to teach you how to be sneaky.
But wait a second, this is crazy expensive. How am I supposed to afford this forever?
Don't worry, Scamp. We'll be getting that money back later. Have you ever wondered how carrying things in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition works?
By putting things in your pockets?
And what about if it won't fit?
Oh.
Exactly. So to help our fellow citizen fix their lower back pain, we're going to help take some of their burden.
Okay, but what if I get caught doing this?
There's nothing to worry about. Because of your membership with the Thieves Guild, if you get caught, you just get a slap on the wrist, and then you can immediately pickpocket the guard that gave you trouble. There's no reason not to.
Oh, yeah, this is awesome.
It sure is, Scamp. It sure is. But you want to know what makes it even better? Remember how you used to purchase levels for Sneak?
Yeah, but I don't really want to keep doing that.
Wrong. You do, but you don't want to pay. And that's okay, because you now have the skills to do just that. You can get free levels.
What? How?
Let's start by crafting up some paralysis potions, which should be easy for you at this point.
Okay, now what?
Next, you'll need to go visit the Sneak trainer and pay him the gold to level up Sneak for you.
Okay, and then I try to steal the money back, right?
Wrong. The amount of gold you've given him is too large to be pickpocketed back.
Okay, so I just gave him a whole bunch of money. Like, what exactly do I do to get free levels?
Easy. Simply reward him by slipping a little something extra into his pockets. Perhaps a paralysis potion would do the trick. But there's something else you'll have to do. We need to gently lay him down in order for this to work. Great job! Now check his pockets just as he's waking up and simply take back your gold. And people say crime doesn't pay. Look at you becoming a grand adventurer. How do you feel?
Like a homeless man who is ruining the property value of a...
That's great, Scamp. It's a lot of hard work that goes into making a hero, and I see how hard you've been trying. So to give you a break, let's work on your lockpicking skills.
Yeah, okay, how do we do that?
Simple. We first go buy some lockpicks and then head to this particular gate. It's an expert lock which will give you the most experience outside of buying levels, but we don't want to do that. So just get on in there and start breaking lockpicks.
Breaking lockpicks? Don't I actually want to open the gate?
Absolutely not. Opening the gate will give you more experience, yes, but then you can't lockpick it. So instead, just force the lock and break the lockpick for general experience. It's much faster this way.
Okay, so how many lockpicks do I need? 100? 200?
Sorry. I didn't know you were such a comedian. No, Scamp, you're going to need a little over 3,000 lockpicks. I hope you enjoy looking at this screen.
But we aren't done with endless screens. Instead, now we move into the finale of the crafting section. First, we'll pay a dear visit to the alchemist couple to grind out those last couple of levels and get a decent amount of coin to use. Then, we'll scoot over to Balamond and dump any perks we have left into crafting categories because dwarven bows won't cut it anymore. Now we need to start making ebony weapons for maximum profit. Go ahead and purchase any type of ingot old Balamond has for sale and make as many bows as you can.
What are we supposed to do with all these bows? Sell them? Or are we going to do enchanting with them?
Yes, but not yet. First, we need to use a grindstone to refine each bow we make.
Okay, but what is this going to do for me?
Why, make you rich, of course. Refined items sell for a mass amount of money, and because of how high your blacksmithing skill is, you can practically double the price of every item.
Oh, I think I get it now. So once it's refined, we then take it to...
You take it to our dear spell merchant to buy soul gems to finish off your enchanting skill, and with the crafting skill sorted, it's time to move into the final fight. Literally. Congratulations, you've made it to the final step of this challenge. So let's start working on that last bit of sneak training you need. Why don't you try and fight some of the town guards?
Okay, but I got caught. What do I do now?
Isn't it obvious? Fight, man, fight!
Okay, I'm running out of cool arrows and losing health. Should I switch up the tactic now?
Why yes, this seems like a perfect opportunity to raise your armor skills. Simply prepare some restoration spells and allow the survivors of Riften to adorn you with praise for not slaying them. You can even do this for your heavy armor skill as well. This may take a bit, but at least you're gaining restoration experience at the same time. Well done. I see you've taken enough of a beating. But how about your turn now? So go ahead, smack them.
Oh,
They're essential. Not only can they not die, but with another hand free, that means you're able to top off your health and continue to put the Jarl and her friends in their place.
You're starting to sound like you don't actually like this place.
When you've spent as long as I have in one place, you begin to crave a change of scenery. And with that sorted, let's do just that. Back to the Ratways. More specifically to the Ragged Flagon. Mercer Frey is a dear friend and allows you to just shoot him over and over to build up your archery skills. Better yet, because these can all count as sneak attacks, you can finish off Sneak while we're here.
Okay, but what if I run out of arrows?
You can go and craft some with any leftover ingots you may have, or gather some from guards. And I have just an idea on how to get some. Taking a small detour, let's go work on destruction. Now you could try and do the tried and true restoration in one hand and flame spell in the other, but this will take forever. So instead, let's go visit Sebi Blackbriar. For his crimes against humanity, he's been doomed to an eternity of ice spikes. So go ahead, dish out some punishment. But when you leave the prison, run for your life, as every guard will have you in their sights. So head back to the cistern to get your Thieves Guild allies to help defend you from certain death. And if that wasn't a worthwhile endeavor, let's get back to archery. Don't be shy about sneaking this time, just get right on in there. It's not like these last few levels will take you 2 hours or anything.
Hold on, did you say 2 hours?
Oh, look at that! You're done. Now all that's left is two-handed and restoration. Look at how close you are.
So let me guess, I just fight the guards to finish the challenge out?
And the Ebony Warrior.
Ebony Warrior?
Oh well, must have run off.
Yes, it seems tales of your deeds have spread wide and far. For all those skills you have, this guy is still leagues ahead of you. And you don't even want to try to get your Thieves Guild friends to help out. He'll take all of you on and still win.
So what exactly am I supposed to do?
It's time to grind. Just use your other loyal companions to help you get those last bits of levels. And yes, it's going to take a while. 2.5 hours for arguably the most crucial perks available to you. Skull Crusher. This allows you to ignore some armor when using your Warhammer. And now comes the finale. You know what you have to do.
I cannot bet.
Congratulations, you've done it. After almost 60 hours, you've finally completed the challenge. How do you feel?
Like I can take on the world.
Well, get to it. You've got tons of world to go explore.
I'm finally free!